Today I'm going to be covering the top 3 A Song of Ice and Fire Mandela Effects. And as everyone knows, the Mandela Effect is when a bunch of people think you died, but you're actually still alive, and then later you become president of South Africa. Now, if you've read the books, you know that there are many characters who have had a fake out death in A Song of Ice and Fire, so we have a lot of options to choose from. But if you're aware of South African politics at the moment, you will know that it's also a bit of a train wreck. Because of this, the characters that we're going to choose today will have to have good leadership skills, good diplomatic ability, and an ability to bring people together. As an honorable mention, I would like to mention Arya Stark, who had a fake out death when she was hit in the back of the head with an axe at the Red Wedding. She may have solved all of Westeros' problems in the television show, but I don't think any fancy knife tricks are going to solve South Africa, so she stays on the honorable mentions list. Also in honorable mention is Bran Stark, who had his fake out death when Theon burned the bodies of those Miller's boys and hung them up in Winterfell. Bran, of course, became king in the television show, but we are going by the books today, and he has yet to display his kingly ability in those. At number 3, I'd like to place Tyrion Lannister, who has a fake out death when he falls into the river. Tyrion has shown his political and leadership abilities when he was named Hand of the King in King's Landing shortly after getting out of jail in the Vale. Very Nelson Mandela of him. I'm sure that many of you would have Tyrion Lannister as your top Mandela effect because of all the similarities, but let's remember that actually he didn't do that great of a job as Hand of the King. It may have been a fun ride while we were in his head as he was getting rid of people like Janos Slynt and feeding different rumors to different people to see which one of them leaked it to Cersei, but at the same time we have to remember, in the end, all of the games that Tyrion played ended up making him a bunch of enemies who testified against him at his trial, and he did end his term as Hand of the King being sentenced to death, earning him a final Mandela score of 6.9 out of 10. Next, we move on to number 2, who is Davos Seaworth. He had not one but two fake out deaths, first on the Blackwater, and secondly when he was in jail at the Manderleys. Having his fake out death actually occur in a jail earns him some extra Mandela points, but also his ability to tell hard truths will surely come in handy when he's trying to get all of South Africa to fall in line and do what's right. His ability to stand up to people who are in charge and even people who he respects deeply like Stannis and tell them when they're doing the wrong thing will surely be a useful skill set when it comes to managing a very corrupt country. Davos's unique combination of a fake-out death within prison and an uncorruptible nature has earned him a Mandela score of 8.5 out of 10. That's only good enough to earn Davos second place, however, as coming in at the number 1 Mandela effect in A Song of Ice and Fire, with a score of 9.2 Mandelas out of 10, is the King Beyond the Wall himself, Mance Rayder. Who better to unite a fractured political system and a fractured country and get everyone working together behind a common goal than Mance Rayder, who was able to do the same thing with all of the different wildling clans who have hated each other for a very long time. There is no problem beyond the wall that Mance wasn't able to solve by rocking into town and beating up the biggest guy there, and I assume that the same thing will obviously work very well in a real country like South Africa. Mance also had his fake out death in prison at the hands of Melisandre, and just excuse me one moment, someone's at the door.
Hey, hey, Michael, Michael. Hey, I heard you recording from in the hall.
Oh yeah, of course you heard. Everyone knows all the Song of Ice and Fire YouTubers live in the same tiny apartment. What's up?
Yeah, first off, I had to come in here because Zach just got out of the shower, and he told me if I stare anymore, he'll leave the channel. Second off, I wanted to let you know that that's not what the Mandela effect is.
Wait, really? Hold on. That's crazy. That's what the Mandela effect's always meant. I feel like I've slipped into some sort of parallel universe or something where I don't know what words mean.
And furthermore, I wanted to let you know that we chatted with our lawyer, and jokes about South Africa will get you canceled.
Oh no, I can't get canceled now. I have too many good video ideas coming up. Well, luckily there's a loophole to being canceled. I can still make videos on the other 364 days of the year as long as I get canceled on April Fools.